Namaskaram to all. Today we are going to learn passé composé, which is equal to simple past in French or present perfect in English, which is completely finished action, and in spoken French, which is considered as a simple past. Remember, in spoken French. At the same time, when we write a report, we are supposed to use the simple past. But our lesson is to learn about passé composé. The same you can use to narrate a simple past. Right? And to make passé composé, we need to use the auxiliaries either avoir or être. Most of the verbs are taking avoir as its auxiliary. There are some taking être as the auxiliary, which we'll learn later in this video. Now, conjugate avoir in simple present. Then you need to add the past participle of a verb. Of the infinitive verb. Example, go to page number 9. The girl Mia Fofna says, Je n'ai pas remarqué. I did not notice. From the infinitive verb remarquer, to notice or to note, the past participle formed as remarquer. How you make past participle from the infinitive? See, there are three endings, as you know already: ER group, IR group, and RE ending groups. So that ER is replaced with A with the accent, and IR is replaced with I, and RE is replaced with U. Remember, IRE verb endings is replaced with IT. Faire, fait. Écrire, écrit. There are some irregulars, like in our lesson, the poem Il a mis. Remember, page number 16. The poem written by Jacques Prévert. You often read that word il a mis. That me is put, comes from the infinitive mettre. Like that, some more are there: mourir, naître, venir, devoir, pouvoir, vouloir, lire, courir, and also avoir, être also are irregular verbs. Remember all this, you have to by heart all of them. And être verb uses avoir as its auxiliary. Il a été, it was, or he was, or it was been, or he has been. Remember, right? And then you see all the other conjugations of j'ai, tu as, il a, nous avons, vous avez, right? Ils ont. Now go to page number 16. In the poem, frequently used phrase is il a mis. He put, right, from the mettre. I put. J'ai mis, tu as mis, il a mis, elle a mis, nous avons mis, vous avez mis, ils ont mis, elles ont mis. And another phrase, il a tourné. He turned or rotated or twisted, from the infinitive tourner, to turn. And then another phrase is il a bu. He drank, from the infinitive boire, to drink. Il a reposé. He put down, from the infinitive reposé. Always remember what sounds infinitive. Reposé, the same you are going to pronounce in the past participle also. Reposé. Right? Tourner, infinitive, and tourner, passé composé, same. And there are some limited number of verbs using être as their auxiliary. And these you have to by heart. Whether you remember the verbs taking avoir as an auxiliary, whether you remember them or not, but you must remember and by heart all these verbs which uses être as its auxiliary, right? Devenir, devenu, revenir, revenu, venir, venu, monter, monter, rester, rester, sortir, sortir, aller, aller, naître, né, descendre, descendu, entrer, entrer, retourner, retourner, tomber, tomber, rentrer, rentrer, arriver, arriver, mourir, mort, partir, partir. Don't forget to memorize all these. And please remember that all these verbs using être agree with the gender and number. At the end of the participle, that is a or e or u, you shall have to add e if it is a feminine singular. Whether it is a first person or a second person or a third person, right? For example, if a girl talks about herself, there should be e added to the past participle. And like that, for plural, yes should be added. For feminine plural, es should be added to the past participle of the verbs. At the same time, they don't alter the sounds. Remember, example, aller. Aller is to go. Je suis allé. Boy says, je suis allé. When the girl say, je suis allé, remember the e. Either I went or I have gone or I did go. All these three forms of translations can be used when you do translation work, and you get the same mark whether you write I went or I have gone or I did go. Like that, tu as allé, remember the two difference. And il est allé, elle est allée. Nous sommes allés, remember the masculine only s is added, for the feminine es is added. Vous êtes allé, again vous êtes allé. Ils sont allés, elles sont allés. So the same rule is applicable to the I and U endings of the past participles. And again, let me repeat, they don't change the pronunciation. And the same rule is not applicable to the verbs using avoir as its auxiliary. No way. Go to the page number 15. Exercise. À vous. Page number 15. À vous, to you. Vous venez de rentrer d'un voyage. You have just returned from a trip. Écrivez votre journal à l'aide du vocabulaire au-dessus. Write a note by using the vocabulary given above. In the page number 14 and page number 15, there are vocabularies given about the flight, about the interior of the flight and the airport, which we will see in the next video of all these names, right? By using all these words, you have to create your notes on your trip. So you can use recent past to say I just finished my services, and for some actions you may use imperfect, right? And mostly you are expected to use passé composé, right? So you use recent past, imperfect and passé composé, and write a note, imaginary, note of your recent travel, right? And coming back to the lesson, all the reflexive or pronominal verbs are using être. If the reflexive pronoun is the direct object, it will agree with the gender and number as stated above. The reflexive pronoun always come before the auxiliary. Go to the page number 16. In the poem written by Jacques Prévert, il se levait. He got up. This is from the infinitive se lever, to get up. If you conjugate, je me lève, tu te lèves, il se lève, elle se lève, nous nous levons, vous vous levez, il se lève, elle se lève. In passé composé, the direct object pronoun comes before the conjugated verb, right? Je me suis levé. Tu t'es levé. Il s'est levé. Elle s'est levée. Nous nous sommes levés. Vous vous êtes levés. Ils se sont levés. Elles se sont levées. Next one, in the same page, il est parti. He left. That is from partir. Again, the same page number 17. So, page number 17, j'ai pris. I took. From prendre, to take. J'ai pleuré. I cried. Pleurer. To cry, to weep, shed tears, to shed tears. I think from the above you get the answer for the question number 4 in page number 17. I personally do not want to give you answer directly to the questions. I want you to do by yourself. I just try to translate the question and maybe some tip I give you. But better you prepare and give the answer by yourself, right? For example, if you go to the question number 3, pourquoi a-t-il mis le manteau de pluie? Why did he put on the raincoat? Again, go to the question 3. Il a mis. So you have to give the answer. Sorry, passé composé. The question is in passé composé. So you have to give the answer also in passé composé. For example, you may go directly jump into the poem and look at the reason for why he put the raincoat. So why normally a person put the raincoat? Because of rain. But in the poem, the expression is in imperfect. It was raining. You have to make that as a passé composé, right? Don't forget that. So only when you give the right answer, only when you give the answer in passé composé, that is the right answer to the question number 3. If you simply copy and write what is written in the poem, which is the wrong answer, because it is in imperfect. Okay, that's all for today, and good luck. Happy learning.